Okay. Yeah, hello guys. I haven't made a video for a little while. This one is going to be more of a ramble, and at the sometime during the video, I will start talking about the spreadsheet, and I will give a link to it. In its current state, it is definitely not complete. So yeah, just take that how you will. I will definitely release an updated one in the future, but for now, that's gonna have to do. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll talk about a little bit of what's been going on in my life. So I finish up my exams in about 3 days, which is great. It'll be the end of my degree, which is I don't know, it's quite nice. Kind of stressful to finish up a degree, but also quite pleasant, I would say. Like to not have the school stress anymore. Definitely I'm going to be a little bit busy over the coming days, so won't be able to answer questions if they're asked, I don't think. I will try to keep on top of the YouTube, but who knows? Definitely is not a priority. Um, yeah, I'm just going to be doing some arc skilling as I go through this. So there are a couple topics that I wanted to address. Um, I guess the first one, the one that I'll start with, is the tangibility of top page Ironman before the high scores are closed. And yeah, I've been doing a little bit of thinking about that. And I'm hopeful that I can achieve top page, but as an Ironman that started late, I don't even have the 5-year cape on my Ironman. And the fact that those top page ranks are closing up, here, I'll just pull them up real quick. To get onto the top page right now, you need 4.5 billion XP. I'm currently sitting just over 3.6 billion XP. I have, I think, about 500 mil in quick skills left. So those would be combats. Those would be, yeah, combats, summoning, hunter, dungeoneering, and then like some of the Bible skills that I currently have banked. So I've got like 30 mil smithing, and if I do smithing, herbing, or herblore together, smurb, then that'll get done pretty efficiently. A lot of my gathering skills are like pretty far, I would say. Like most of my low skills are those Bible skills, like rune crafting, crafting. I guess agility is sort of a support skill. That's how it's classified as. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of feeling I wouldn't say burnt out, but demotivated in some regards. Just realizing that top page probably isn't achievable in the amount of time that I currently play, which I already figure is far too much, and the added stress of having to be not only extremely efficient, but also be like planning my day around sticking to one skill, not skill hopping or anything like that, because that's incredibly inefficient. And then relying on dailies, so that's another big thing too. I'm just so far behind on dailies that a lot of my stuff just like really is not achievable right now in this current state. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm hopeful, but I'm not even second page right now. I'm sitting rank 53. So yeah, a little demotivated, but such is life, and ultimately it's a game. And eventually a new skill will be released, and I might or might not be playing then, who knows. In terms of like post 5.6, this is kind of down the road. I don't even know if I'll be serious about the game at that point in time. As I said, like I just have well, hopefully we'll finish my degree in about 3 days here. That'll be a big change of pace. Like I've been a full-time student. I haven't like I work for the summers, but I've just been doing school basically full-time for the last 4 years. I guess 17 years. I didn't really take a break from high school. But yeah, I'll be getting a career, and my life will be changing quite a bit. So I don't know. I definitely will not be able to play as much as I have been. And on top of that, I don't know if my interests will continue to be in the game. very much am enjoying it right now, especially post-lockdown. That was quite refreshing to get back into the game. I've been really enjoying Raksha, but I'm also like not that great at that boss, and I'm getting carried pretty hard by one of my friends in duo kills. But yeah, it's quite enjoyable. So I don't know if I'll stick around after 5.6 or if I'll even get to 5.6. So I don't know if there's too much point in dwelling on what my goals would be following 5.6, but yeah, maybe like comp or trim comp or starting on the PVM grinds or something like that. Who knows? In terms of addressing one of the other concerns that I was having about this game, um, I guess this is more of an unrelated, and I don't. It might be I might be acting as an ultra crepidarian here, speaking on things of which I don't have the authority to speak on. But I think that this game enables a lot of like not necessarily good tendencies and habits. I think that it's a very good form of escapism, but I also think that that has a lot of issues in and of itself. Yeah, I don't know if I can be happy playing this game long term. I'm finding that in my life there are fewer things that I need to seek escapism for, a lot more things that I need to be present for. So I'm finding it a little bit difficult to be spending all of this time on something that is like not really, it's actually like regressive in terms of my mental health. So yeah, I really need to take a look at that and figure out how to address that, because yeah, I don't need this in my life going forward, or at least the escapism portion of this. So maybe after getting a career and having like a more restricted schedule, things will work out a little bit better. But I feel that at some times in my life I've really struggled to put this game down, and yeah, recently that's definitely not been a struggle. If I have real life obligations, I am not apprehensive to put the game down. But I'm fearful that oscillating mental health can contribute to some unfortunate tendencies involving this game. And I definitely think that anybody who puts any significant amount of time into this game, and when I say significant, I mean like 6 hours a day or more, probably has some underlying mental health issues. And, you know, COVID has definitely not been great on that, but I still think that this game needs to be looked at objectively and really scrutinized for the stuff that it's enabling. But enough about that sort of depressing stuff and a full history of my mental health. I wanted to release the spreadsheet that I had been working on. Some of the data in here, again, this is not the prettiest, the most aesthetic spreadsheet that you've probably ever seen. Yes, it is very bare bones. Like there's not a lot of information in here in terms of like actually progressing your account. I have just like activities that you can participate in, or the ones that I would do or recommend doing. Obviously, some of these are missing. I don't have, God, what's the book called? The Book of Char. And technically that is like incredibly efficient to do, and I definitely should be doing it. But I just, I cannot be asked doing that. So I've sort of split up the section, or the dailies. I guess they're not dailies, the activities into dailies, weeklies, monthlies. And then the daily activities I've further separated into like what I considered shop-based dailies, XP-based dailies, and supplies-based dailies. Obviously, these are very loose, and you know, just take them how you will. So yeah, I've got like the broad arrowheads, feathers, runes, yakides, herbivore shops, and the Uglog meat shops for the like shop-based dailies. For the XP-based, you got your Jack of Trades, your 7 art contracts, your Prifdinous crystal tree, scarabs if you still have Slayer XP to get through, and then obviously your daily challenge. That's a big one here. And then for supplies, you got your Viswax, your Crystal Sandstone, your Maw, Wicked Hid, your Coden. I wasn't sure where to put the Reapers, so I tossed Reaper into here. then merchant, potato cactus to find locations, and then if you have premier artifact, definitely is worth using every day on, I would recommend archaeology, unless you're doing something that is using up a ton of porters an hour. Beside a lot of these things, I have links. So if you are unsure about something, or I feel like people might be unsure about them, I've put links down. Obviously, when I get around to making some of the, for the example is Jack of Trades one, I definitely will want to put my own link here, but I found somebody's Jack of Trades run, and yeah, it was an okay run. I would recommend not doing it in, I think this is in Prif, and I think it only does 10 or something like that, but I do mine in Berthorpe. They take less than a minute, so I'll definitely go through that at some point. Some of the other links, like I have the Viswax here, where you can get your Viswax combination. Obviously, there are better things, like Discord has some methods for getting Viswax, but yeah, I've put in a link here to the forum page in case you need that as well. Yeah, that's most of the dailies, weeklies, monthlies stuff. And on this left side here, I have a way to pull your XP, including your rank and stuff, just by typing in your name. So into this sort of tan colored box, you just type your name. So, oops, I'll put my main account, fucking snats. And, oops, it's toggled on to Ironman. So there's both Runescape and Ironman here, but obviously I'm an Ironman, so I do, I'm more concerned with Ironman stuff. So again, my name will appear for the Mainscape, but if you are an Ironman, then it will also appear for Ironman, including your rank and stuff like that. Then you can also have this toggle if you're not max to see how much XP to 99, and if you are max, then you can see how much XP to 200 mil. I could put a 120 thing in here. It's just hard because yeah, I'm not super great at Google Sheets, so there's a lot of data that's hidden in this row here for this spreadsheet. A lot of nested if statements. So yeah, definitely don't alter these things, and that's the reason why I currently only have XP to 200 mil and 99. Definitely know that you could add an additional if statement here. I guess this isn't nested here, but you could add another statement in here, but I won't do that before I release this. If there is a desire for it, I will definitely implement it. And then at the bottom here, I just have some notes. So yeah, I wanted to test out the mining brawlers. I wanted to address the top page Ironman, which I've addressed already in this video. Personally, I wanted to work out the efficiency of Bloods versus Souls. The big thing here is the XP an hour is a lot quicker for Blood runes than Soul runes, but the amount of essence that you need for 200 mil is a lot greater. I think it's 35 XP per essence for Blood runes and 215 or 35 or something like that for Souls. So I was curious if the amount of essence that you can get an hour, because that's also efficient for crafting and stuff like that on top of just collecting the essence. So wondering if that would be worthwhile to collect, yeah, as opposed to doing soul runes and collecting far less. But I will eventually test that out. I need to do weeklies. Yeah, it's Tuesday, so need to get those done before Wednesday. And yeah, I need to ask, hopefully if Scenes is watching this, he can help me address this at some point. I was curious about whether turtles or charming moths are more efficient. I know that turtles offer the crafting XP through the arc contracts, which is pretty good, and then obviously getting the bowls is great for charms as well. But yeah, I was wondering whether, because I feel like it's almost half an EHP to get the agility XP an hour from charming moths. I think EHP, according to CML, which I know is quite outdated, doesn't include Anachronia agility. But I think that agility is 250k right now with 6-minute laps. which is admittedly a little bit slow, but I think that that's a pretty reasonable time for consistent laps. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to address this. It feels like there are a lot of facets going on here that need to be considered, and I just don't know the best way to do that. So if you're watching scenes or anybody else who knows how to address this, that would be really appreciated. But yeah, sorry for the big long ramble about this. I will post the link in the description about the spreadsheet. And yeah, players are able to, you'll have to go file and then make a copy so that you're able to actually edit. But yeah, this is the spreadsheet. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about the 5.6 stuff. I don't know whether I should be more efficient about my game or enjoy the game a little bit more and definitely risk not going for top page. I think that in some regards it's still achievable, but I think for maintaining mental health, I should probably not really pursue it and just be more of a casual 5.6 chaser, I guess. I don't really know. I think that there's a lot of things that I have not really worked out, but I just thought that it was important that I address these so I don't A, get my own hopes up, and B, get anybody else's hopes up if you're like pretty committed to watching this series. I know that that's not a big driver. I think a lot of people are more interested in seeing efficient XP rates and stuff like that and aren't actually too invested in the 5.6 grind itself, which admittedly, if I were watching somebody, I think I'd be the same way. I don't really know what else to talk about, so I think I'll end the video here, go back to studying. Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, I'm sorry that this dragged on for so long, but I will catch you in the next video, hopefully.